Remuneration Commission, the SRC, has caved in to public pressure and withdrawn a Gazette notice meant to effect salary increments for MPs, cabinet secretaries and other state officials. SRC Chair Lynn Mengich says the decision was arrived at on Wednesday after consultations with the National Treasury Public Service CS Moses Kuria, who has reaffirmed that there will be no salary increments for all civil servants as the government seeks to tighten austerity measures. As our very own Stephen Leto reports, the implementation of the second phase of the salary structure sparked public outrage, coming at a time when there is a heated national debate on wastefulness in government following several anti-government protests by members of the public. Take a listen.
The last 24 hours have been characterized by boardroom tensions for the salaries body SRC over the move to implement the second phase of salary review that awards pay rise to state officers. For the better part of Wednesday, the Lynn Mengich-led commission has been engaged in back and forth consultations with the National Treasury over the second phase of implementation of the salary increments, and with outrage over revelations of the Gazette notice published in August 2023 that was to take effect on the 1st of July, SRC has backed down.
In consultation with the National Treasury, SRC hereby freezes the upward review of salaries for all state officers and will review the advice for all other officers, taking into account the current realities of the economy, taking into account any contractual commitments and reduced budget so as to ensure affordability and fiscal sustainability of the public wage bill.
According to the salaries body, the review came after a 2-year freeze on pay structures from 2021 to 2023 due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. SRC says the first phase had already been implemented.
What is frozen is what would have been implemented in this financial year. But we are now taking into account the fiscal constraint and the budgetary cuts that you are all aware that the government has clearly stated that there will be budgetary cuts.
MPs who have been on the SRC's neck over salary increments had questioned why lawmakers are paid below other state and public officers and have been calling for the SRC to review their pay and other benefits.
A number of MPs have come out strongly to support the position that SRC has always taken. And they have indicated that they are actually supporting a freeze. So to that extent, we take into account such views. It is good for us. It is what we have always fought for.
Public Service Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria, who spoke minutes before the freeze by SRC, said the national government will not effect any kind of salary increase or review of allowances, and that the civil servants' payroll will not be amended.
I will not adjust. I will not add anybody's payroll for the national government. I expect the judiciary to do the same because they have got an independent commission. I expect Parliament, because they have an independent commission, to also do the same. But everybody in the national executive, please forget, as long as I'm the minister, forget in the salary increment.
CS Kuria says the government wage bill has hit the roof, gobbling over 1 trillion shillings in salaries and allowances.
Well, the biggest problem we have in this country, I will not lie to you, is civil servants. And I'm speaking like this as a Minister Judge of Public Service. Travel, mandazis, flowers, unnecessary expenditure, absenteeism, per diems, name it. I will clean up this public service. I will clean it up.
The Council of Governors had written to the salaries body opposing the increments and citing the current economic situation. COG Chair Anne Waiguru says the earlier increment was not in line with fiscal responsibility. Some MPs had also written to the Clerk of the National Assembly, Samuel Njoroge, declining the increase, including the remainder of the current term. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.
All right, Leto.